don't really play this too much. Again, some do start fighting from the knees. But it's good to have a few ideas and things I could be doing from there. Again, I'll be making grips. It's going to make grips on me, just your basic judo grips. So from here, my right foot is going in front of Crippy's right knee. And all I'm going to do is pull with my left hand and push with my right as he drops straight into the scarf hold. Again, you can drop heavy, but when you're drilling, you don't. So again, I'm straight into my scarf hold position, same stuff. I make that grip on the thigh. I lift my body up. The only part of my body on the mat is my feet. My elbow's not on the mat, because if it is, my weight is on the mat, not on Crippy. Again, going back as far as I can, lifting with the head and sagging to get that reaction. That's all I'm doing. This is why this position is so strong, because it's a submission in itself, making the guy uncomfortable while I'm sagging on it. Again, they're going to start doing stupid things with this arm. Maybe they're going to start making frames again. So there's four directions I can take it. This way, the thumbs down. But sometimes in the process of going for that, maybe I lose control of that wrist and he turns his thumb the other way down. Perfect. So he's nearly like he's got his elbow up and he sometimes brings his arm in around my leg here. So if you can notice, Crippy's elbow's kind of facing this way. So there's really not a lot on here. I can't Americana him. I can't arm lock him, because for the arm lock I need his elbow facing down this way. So sometimes when you go for this, people bring their elbow and it's nearly facing up in the air. But if you kind of look at it, it's nearly in a kimura position. Okay? So from there, all I'm going to do is bring my thigh down till just above the elbow and the tricep, and my other leg comes down here to the wrist. And all I'm looking to do is push down on the wrist and lift up with the thigh. So from that position, if I stay snug and put the pressure on, the only escape he has is lifting his right shoulder off the mat. So I'm going to lean into it going this way. That's what I want there. But we want to show the hip movement, how far I can take this, so I'm not going to lean into him, which means Crippy's going to lift that shoulder. Watch what I do with my hips. I can actually move my hips this way. Okay. So what I'm actually doing is I'm starting to smear. Obviously you don't need to go that far. There. So let's look at that again. So he makes his grips, I make mine. Foot's going in front, just a pull and a push. As he comes straight into scarf hold, looking to put that pressure on. Once he starts to make frames, I'm starting to attack this arm. I can get into the habit of not only attacking this arm, but sitting up in the diaphragm choke position as well. You're putting him between a rock and a hard place. I'm attacking the arm, he's defending it, and he also can't breathe that well. So as he tries to defend this, I'm looking for the Americana, he straightens it. Maybe when I go to snag this, he turns that arm down. Some people think the arm is safe here because his elbow's actually facing up. But if you watch, his arm's nearly in a kimura position. Now, obviously I can't use my hands to finish from there, but I can use my legs. So I'm going to swim my thigh up just above his elbow, more in the tricep, and my other hamstring is at his wrist, and from that position there I can just lift with my right knee and pressure with my left leg here. Now obviously if I lean forward as I do that, it's going to be very, very tight. Okay? But if you want to try and get the hip movement to see how far you can take this, don't lean in. Let actually Crippy lift the shoulder off the mat, and now I can start to smear it this way. Okay, let's just use marks, you can see, bro. Takes a wee bit more drilling on that one, because you kind of need to feel for it. So from the knees, we make our grips. It comes here, pull, push, straight in the scarf, pressure, looking for that diaphragm choke. Once he starts making the frames, I'm going to start attacking this arm, and it depends where he goes with this. Another good drill you can play from here is do it with your eyes closed. Okay, you can just feel where his arm is. You know, there's the Americana, there's that straight arm lock. He turns his thumb this way, there's my kimura. So I'm just feeling I want to get my leg underneath more his tricep, my hamstrings over the wrist, and now from there I'm just hipping in a little bit here. pushing that down. Again, to close this off tight, his escape is to sit up, so I'm leaning into him this way. But if you want to actually work the hip movement, don't lean into him, okay? Actually sit back, and now I can use my hip. So my right knee's elevating as my left's pushing down on that position there. Okay? So, one more time. Out of the 4, it's probably the one that needs a little more. It's quite a sensitivity thing, but when you get all 4 and add that into the diaphragm choke, you're putting again there a lot of pressure from here. So we're starting from our knees, we both make grips. My foot's going to come here, pull on the elbow, push on the collar, in the scarf hold, swimming inside, doing the inside track, lift up, and then I start to work the diaphragm choke until this hand presents itself. So now I'm just going to start attacking it. Okay, Americana's there, he straightens, but again, some people are savvy and they think that they turn this down and their elbows facing out this way, and when you think about it, there's no arm lock there, there's no Americana, but his arm's like in a kimura position here. So I just bring this one down here, and now from there it's coming up with the thigh, down with the hamstring, and it's that actually turning off the hip that's going to give it there. Okay? So let's play with that, guys. Yeah.